would write an article and she was my unofficial editor. So I'd write it and I give it to her and she's like, you can't publish this. I'm like, why not? And she's like, listen, I understand what you're trying to say, but people aren't going to.
All right, y'all, welcome in. Let me add y'all fellas to the stage right now. Fellas, how y'all feeling?
Feeling good, brother. Feeling good.
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 We're sick, but we good.
Yeah, I know we had some traveling going on. Let's go ahead and. Are we all here?
We're all here. I think the technology is working, so I think we're in good shape.
Awesome. I love to hear it. All right, guys. Welcome to our stream, our live stream, our first live stream for Beyond the Science. I'm really excited about this one today, guys. Really excited about this one today.
So this is the first stream for Beyond the Science as well?
Yeah, you are first.
All right.
You are
first.
Man. Clap it up, man.
Yes. I'm gonna clap it up for that as well.
Yeah, clap it up.
Adam. So this is exciting because we have an amazing, exciting announcement that we want to announce to the world. As our followers are kind of coming in here, I know we're on LinkedIn tonight, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. You guys roll up in here. I'll give you guys a few more minutes, but guys, how y'all doing tonight? How you doing, Coop?
Good, man. You know, Monday, long work day, but we good. How y'all fellas doing?
Followers are kind of coming in here. Same, bro. Same here, bro. Just working, doing our thing. What about you, Joe?
Same here, man. Doing good. Just back to another Monday, providing support to these kids. And enjoying.
How you, Adam?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. It's another day in paradise. I live in Miami, so this is a good time of the year for us. We got great weather down here. You guys in Atlanta right now?
Yep.
In Atlanta on our home turf.
Back here in Atlanta.
Amazing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get this live started. So, for those of you guys that don't know me, I'm Jerron Trotman. I'm the founder of Black Men in Behavior Analysis. Also, I am the producer and host of Beyond the Science podcast, joined by my fantastic co-hosts, Joseph Adams and Darius Cooper. And I have a question I want to pose to the audience. So what if I told you guys that AI could save behavior analysts hours of work every week? We're talking assessments, we're talking report writing, we're talking making your work more efficient. What would you guys say to that if I told y'all that? So when I first heard that, I'm like, I know we're moving into AI and kind of the space and what we're doing. And that's why we're excited to announce this partnership. So Beyond the Science officially is going to be partnering with Intraverbal.AI. Okay, and for those of you guys who don't know Intraverbal.AI, it's a game-changing platform that's revolutionizing ABA with artificial intelligence. Okay, and Adam, who is the genius behind Intraverbal.AI, has some amazing partners on Intraverbal.AI as well. We're excited to partner with him. So I'm gonna let Adam quickly talk about Intraverbal.AI, what it does, and then we'll dive a little bit deeper in a minute.
Thank you for that introduction. That was fantastic. And I'd like to amend what you said earlier. I think AI is going to be able to save behavior analysts more than just time on reports. I think it's going to be able to save our field and our science. I'm going to make that bold prediction right now. I think 10 years from now, we're going to be talking about AI like we talk about computers, and 20 years from now, we're going to be talking about AI like we talk about electricity. It's just going to be a natural part of our everyday lives, whether it's personal or professional. So that's a big part of what we're doing at Intraverbal.AI is we're trying to move the science forward, and we're very excited about this partnership as well.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's
That is
amazing.
amazing. Yeah. When you hear that, what do you think, Joe?
Man, I mean, talking about it like electricity. Wow, that's amazing. I can't wait to get there. I can't wait to be 61 and look backwards and say, man, AI is here.
Yeah.
See, that's that Mamba mentality, guys.
You guys see that in the back, right? You guys see that in the back. Mama mentality. Here we go. So, no, this is really exciting. And I'm not going to lie. When I first saw Intraverbal AI, I didn't know much about it. It wasn't until I started talking to some colleagues and then eventually Adam that I kind of learned more about it. So, a lot of behavior analysts, wonder what it actually means for them. So if you're breaking it down in terms of, really changing the lives, if you will, of BAs out there, what would you say its core features are of Intraverbal AI, Adam?
Yeah, so we've got 3 products at Intraverbal AI. So Intraverbal Chat, Intraverbal Clinical, and Intraverbal Academic. So we've already rolled out Intraverbal Chat. We've got a little over 100 users using the chat right now. And we're beta testing our clinical system as well. And we're going to be rolling out the academic system later on this year. So just a quick preview of what those all are. We've set up publishing agreements or agreements with publishing companies for our chat system. And what our AI chat system does is it connects behavior analysts with the literature. So if you think about some of the AI systems that are out there like ChatGPT or Claude or Perplexity, for the most part, they're scraping and scanning the internet. They're grabbing information from the internet. What makes our system a little bit different, or a lot of it different, is we don't scrape the internet. What we do is we connect behavior analysts directly to the literature, directly to journal articles. And we're actually going to be setting up partnerships with authors and other publishing houses to connect directly with books as well. But the idea was we wanted to create a collective consciousness of information and allow behavior analysts to directly access the literature on demand. So as quickly as ChatGPT or Claude or some of those other systems give you answers, our system does the same with behavior analysis information. So this means that behavior analysts, while they're working, can engage with the literature like that and really do what we refer to as evidence-based practice. This is what we've always talked about doing. We want to do evidence-based practice, but it's difficult to bring the literature with you to work. You can study it, you can use it while you're putting together behavior programs, you can use it while you're preparing for the BACB exam, but with this new technology, we're allowing behavior analysts to bring the literature with them while they're working with kids. So that's what we're really excited about, the chat system. We've also got a clinical system. I won't go into too many details on this just for time's sake, but we're really trying to revolutionize the assessment process. And right now, so many BCBAs are taking anywhere from 10 to 15, in some cases 20 hours to do the entire assessment process. And we've shrunk that down with Intraverbal AI. So our system basically works in a 4-step process where ABA companies can upload existing documentation into our system. This means diagnosis reports, old behavior plans, old assessments. Our system takes that information, compiles it, summarizes it, sends a summary over to the BCBA with a list of suggested questions to ask during the indirect assessment. Then they step into the indirect assessment. Our system transcribes the interview with the parents or the teachers, whomever it is, and allows the behavior analyst to press a button and to actually ask the literature questions based on the interview up to that point and say, is there anything that I forgot to ask during this indirect assessment piece? Then we replicate that process for the direct assessment part of the FBA when you're collecting data, doing direct observation. And then finally, in the last step, the behavior analysts are able to press a button and the system generates a report based on their information from the assessment, from the interviews, from the direct observation, and it generates a report in the format of the insurance company that the kiddo that they're working with has. So the idea here of our systems is we really define AI as augmented intelligence. Artificial intelligence is really about replacing human tasks. Augmented intelligence is about enhancing it. And that's what we do here. We're not making up data. We're not making up report information. We're simply making it easier for behavior analysts to go in and do good work, do good behavior analysis, interact with the families, get to know the families more. Instead of scrambling around, trying to take notes, trying to type, trying to write, they can just sit down with the families, with the teachers, with the other stakeholders in the client's life, get to know them, and start developing a relationship. So I don't want to drag on too much with giving the different features of what we're trying to do at Intraverbal, but the idea behind, the fundamental idea of what we're trying to do is bring the behavior analysis community together, crowdsource information, and augment their practice, make it easier for them. Did that make sense?
Oh yeah, definitely makes sense. It definitely makes sense, and I hear the passion behind all the work that's going into this, and that's why this partnership is so important. We recently did a episode with Adam, which is going to be coming out next week, so stay tuned to that. And he was talking, a little more in detail about this, and every time I hear it, I'm just fascinated by this. I'm just fascinated. Cool. With you being, in your AI lane, man, what do you feel like when you hear Adam talking about Intraverbal AI?
It's the future. I think that we have no choice but to get with it, to learn. I think that, what Adam's doing is amazing. I love the fact that we even get to be a part of it on this level, as far as getting to talk about it. And, I'm kind of, trying to venture into the space. So I even personally have gotten so much game from, the podcast that we did in Miami to, even this call. So I think that AI is something that has a good amount of pushback within reason. But, I agree with Adam. In 10 years, it's going to be like electricity, like water. It's going to be one of those things where it's like you have no option but to get with it. I just hope the government can figure out how to regulate it. That's my only concern.
Yeah, no, I have to agree with that. I think I said during our recording recently, I was like, there's going to be an ethics book, quick, right, for AI, because we have to have those ethical, boundaries in place. But I think some of this is so fascinating, and this is why at Beyond the Science, we're really pushing the field forward. We're having these conversations, we're tackling these important issues, and we're spotlighting innovation. And Intraverbal AI is definitely innovation. So this partnership is more than about the technology. It's about empowering behavior analysts. Adam mentioned augmenting. You're not replacing, we're augmenting. We're empowering to do their best work without, maybe getting bogged down with things like, administrative tasks and stuff like that. When he said you can take the literature with you, that resonated with me. That resonated with me because, we couldn't do that years ago, so this is awesome stuff.
And I would just add on to that, man. That's good that that's in the base of the foundation of your company, because I think that that's a real fair, like, does AI replace us? And the fact that, you got your plan is to work together and to help and not to really replace is very big for a lot of people who are just learning about AI and a little bit probably nervous about AI,
Yeah, that's a great point. I'm really glad you brought that up, because I think ABA is one of those fields that's much more of a human-based field than so many other areas. And it's literally impossible to replace human beings in behavior analysis. You need a human being to teach other human beings how to be better human beings. So we always have to be in the loop. What this technology is going to do is it's going to free us to be better at our jobs. It's going to free us to focus on those more human aspects and reduce some of the other administrative tasks that really prevent us from doing a better job. And I think that's one of the strengths of this partnership is when we get on these, and I don't want to get ahead of ourselves here, Duran, so if I get too far, let me know. But I think one of the strengths of this partnership is when we start having these regular podcasts, these regular segments, this isn't going to be a commercial for Intraverbal.AI. We're going to be talking about AI literacy. We're going to be talking about the importance of learning what AI is, how it affects behavior analysts' daily lives, professionally and personally, and how they can learn more, and some of the other companies and organizations out there that are doing cool stuff in the space.
Yeah, no, that's not getting too ahead. I think people want to know, and I think, Coop, to your point, a lot of people are very curious right now. So I'm hoping with this partnership, we can really dive into it more, and talk about it, what it looks like. I think we're all going to be growing together, because we're going to be continuing to evolve. What our conversations are this year won't be what our conversations are in 2026, right? So that's what I'm really excited about. So I want to quickly kind of talk about what this partnership will entail, what you guys will see from us. So you will see a monthly the episode or segment of Adam coming on. And like you said, we're not just going to be talking Intraverbal.AI. We're talking about AI in general, developments. I'm sure there'll be some developments, how to use it, maybe some trials, all this kind of stuff that we're talking about in our field. And I think that's what I'm really excited about. Adam may come and pop up at a couple of conferences that we're at. So don't be surprised if y'all see us at a conference together. We are a slate of conferences that we're going to be at together. And so we'll be having these conversations. You'll be seeing him a lot on our show now, because we really are going to dive into this new space that a lot of BAs are very curious about. So I'm really excited about that. Joe, what are your thoughts, man? I'm going to jump in here.
Man, I'm just super excited just to learn for myself. For those small business owners that kind of do almost everything, just something like Intraverbal.AI, I just can see this just helping me and other small business owners out so much, because we kind of have to do everything from the report writing to the supervision to the this to the that, and just having a product like this that kind of, when it hits the market, it's going to be pretty good, and it's going to really, really help us small business owners out. So looking forward to it. Looking forward to letting the world see what this is. These different clinics, group homes. I'm trying to see Intraverbal.AI kind of move into the hospital setting. That would be pretty cool too.
Ooh, yeah, everywhere. So now this is. Go ahead, Adam.
Sorry to interrupt, but I love what Joe said there. We're all small business owners, and I think there's a lot of small business owners listening in. And one of the key components that you just brought up, I think, Joe, is small business owners wear many hats.
Yes.
And that when you start a small business, you wear every hat. And then as you hire employees, you start taking them off and giving them to other people. I think really the key component that we're going to be talking about in the next coming months about AI is AI allows behavior analysts to take off all their hats except the behavior analyst hat. Their job moving forward will be just to focus on being a good behavior analyst. And that's what I'm really excited about. So sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to toss that in there because that really sparked some interest there when you talked about that, Joe.
Yeah, that's amazing. All right, let's get into the comments here, guys. We have a couple of questions. Where can we learn more about? You can learn more about Intraverbal.AI, Intraverbal.AI. Pretty simple, guys. Intraverbal.ai. Okay, we have another question here. This is for Adam. What would you say the biggest misconception about AI is in our field?
That it's going to replace behavior analysts. And that was something that we were just talking about earlier. But it's interesting because I really thought that there was going to be a lot more pushback when I started down this AI journey a few years back. But so many people have been welcoming of this. I think a lot of behavior analysts are excited about the prospect of AI and ABA, making things easier, giving them more free time to interact with their clients. I've gotten so many DMs on social media and via email asking how they can get involved. When we've hired contractors or employees to work with us, everybody is really excited. You can tell and I'll use a phrase here from OBM, but the discretionary effort, the going above and beyond with the folks that we're working with is just so exciting to see. People are happy to, lend a hand over the weekends, on holidays. They're very passionate about what they're doing. So I think that's the biggest misconception, is that it's going to take over behavior analyst jobs. But I get the sense that most behavior analysts understand that's not the case, and they're excited to get on board with this and see how it can make their job easier.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, guys, we got time for about 1 or 2 more questions here, and then we are going to hop off. We'll have a lot more coming in the episode coming next week, so I'm going to read about 2 more questions. This one is for Adam. Adam, we talk a lot about AI making ABA more efficient, but beyond just saving time, how do you see Intraverbal.AI actually elevating the field? Do you think AI could help push ABA to the next level in terms of clinical outcomes, accessibility, or even ethics?
Yes, 100% on all of those. Number one, AI is going to help us get rid of bad behavior analysis. So we aren't going to be the only ones using AI. Funders are going to use AI. So insurance companies are eventually going to use AI. And there's going to be mutual accountability that's going to be happening. So insurance companies are going to be able to identify the better performing agencies and the better performing providers over the ones that aren't performing as well. And I think it's really going to push all of us to elevate our game. And part of the way that, like I said earlier, that we're trying to elevate our game at Intraverbal.AI is bringing the research with us to work and really doing evidence-based practice. One more thing that I wanted to bring up in reference to elevating the field and talking about research is I can't wait till more companies start rolling out AI in research. And I think that's really where we're going to be able to identify better research from not so great research. And once we've filtered out some of the less effective research, then that strengthens the foundation under which behavior analysts practice, because then they can go to the literature, then they can go to the books, the journal articles, and say, you know what, I'm confident that this works because we've been able to run it through these really smart systems, and it can identify which research, which protocols, which interventions are most effective in different situations.
Yeah, I can't wait till we get there. I hope we get there sooner rather than later too. I appreciate that, Adam. Guys, we will not be able to get to all these questions, but I will read one more before we wrap up. These are all for you, Adam. They're not talking to us today, guys. Adam, you have been at the forefront of bringing AI into ABA. What's been your biggest aha moment for you where you realize this is actually going to change the way behavior analysts work?
I would say in the education space. So I came, this is really what pushed me into this space. I've been in the software space for a while. I've been in behavior analysis for 20 years. But when I realized how much it's going to change education, that's what really got me excited. More specifically, I saw some people concerned. I saw a couple of talks about this about 1.5 years ago, where some professors were concerned about students using AI in their classes. And I had this aha moment where I realized they shouldn't be preventing students from using AI in class. They should be encouraging it. And what's really going to happen with education, I think, which is one of the areas I'm super excited about, is education fundamentally is going to change. So throughout history, education has been primarily about intraverbal training. So teaching students to get the right answer. Whether we're doing a multiple choice exam or it's a problem solving in math or whatever it is, a student needs to read a question and then write the answer. If we have systems moving forward that have so many of the right answers, the point of education has got to change. Instead of teaching people to get the right answers, we need to teach students how to ask the right questions, how to engage more properly with these systems so that they can get the information that they need, which means 2 things. Number one, we're going to transition from primarily intraverbal training at educational institutions to primarily man training, teaching students how to pinpoint exactly what it is that they want and then appropriately ask for it. And that leads into the second piece that I'm really excited about, which is prompt engineering. In the future, every single human being on Earth will have the same job. We will all be prompt engineers. And what prompt engineering is about, it's about properly asking or requesting information from AI systems. So as they become more ubiquitous and we're using them in different areas of our lives, we're going to have to get better at knowing what we want and asking for what we want. And that's where I think education is fundamentally going to shift to teaching people to better identify what they want and then putting it into words and asking for it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Wow, man. This is some good stuff, man. I love this, Adam. I appreciate you coming on here sharing this with our followers, our listeners, and yours as well. Guys, I do apologize. I will not be able to get to all the questions tonight. I will say, if you want to learn more about Intraverbal.AI, you see it on the screen there. Please visit Intraverbal.AI. It's in its beta phase. Anybody can use it right now. If you're want to learn more about Beyond the Science, we're on all our platforms. Follow us. Follow Intraverbal.AI because we have a lot more coming your way. This is just the beginning, guys. So we just wanted to get on here and announce this partnership. You guys hit that follow button. Follow us. Follow Intraverbal.AI. And stay tuned for updates. Guys, I'm looking forward to this partnership. Adam, I appreciate all the work that you're doing in our field. And I can't wait to share more, continue to innovate, guys, and grow our field. So stay tuned, guys, for our first episode with Adam. It's going to be launching next week. We'll have some updates coming up on that. And until then, guys, stay curious. We appreciate y'all support. And we'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate the partnership. Very excited. Talk to you soon.
Later.